Hello, children. Are you sitting uncomfortably? Then welcome to hell. I'm Hel. I'm the Old Norse goddess of the underworld, and I live in a place also called Hell. As you can see, I'm half corpse and half living. I look after all those poor lost souls who don't die in battle. They're a pretty miserable bunch, really. But we try and make it nice and cozy for them. Hell's really cold, and we're freezing most of the time, so we have a nice hot fire welcome for them. Let me introduce you to my family. Here we have Loki. He's my dad. I love my dad. This is my mother, the giantess Angry Boder. She's very tall. This is my favorite uncle, Uncle Odin. He's blood brothers with my dad, Loki. And this is his son, Thor. Thor with his hammer, Mjolnir. But then we have my absolutely lovely favorite brother. This is Fenrir, the wolf at the end of the world. And here's my other brother, Jormungandr, who is the Midgard serpent. Every little sister loves her big brother. Now, you might think the story I've just told you is slightly different from the Marvel comics. Well, it is. I'm going to tell you the true story of my family, the true story of the Norse legends, through my fiery eye of truth. But first, over to Freya in the Folkwanger studio in Folkwanger, where she keeps half of the battle-dead weary. Freya, I understand you're preparing for Ragnarok, and you're helping the battle-weary dead get their weapons in tip-top condition.
That's right, Hel. We're preparing for Ragnarok, the end of the world, where your delightful brothers will cause the end of civilization as we know it. Here I am in Folkwanger, where I keep half of those who die in battle. As you know, your Uncle Odin keeps the other half, the Einherjar, at his place in Valhalla. He's planning on taking them to Ragnarok, but I think he'll need backup. So here I am, making preparations to make more armour for the battle. So this is my workshop at Folkwanger, and this is where I'm going to show you how to make some shields and axes to fight at Ragnarok. Now, I have on the table here laid out all the things that you're going to need. And we're going to make something that looks like these. These are the axes. And this is the kind of shield that we're going to make. And on here we have a design of a boar. Now, I'm very keen on that because the boar is the symbol of Freya. You will need a big piece of card. You will need some small pieces of card for the axe head, and if you've got any tin foil or silver card, that would make it look more authentic. And you will also need a tube for the handle of the axe. You'll need some paint of 2 colours of your choice, some glue, scissors. I'm using sponges, but you can use a brush if you like. Some sticky tape and some really strong sticky tape, and a tissue just in case we make a mess. So to start with, we'll start by making the shield. On the card, we're going to place a template, something round that you can find in your house. So we're going to draw around the edge of the circle of your template. We want to get this nice pattern here with the different colours. So in order to get that, we're going to draw lines from corner to corner. So we've got our lines drawn on it very carefully. And now I'm going to start to paint. We need to stick a circle in the middle. I've got some nice shiny silver card. Now, as you can see, I only had a thin bit of card and I tried to do a circle from that, but it wasn't quite big enough. It looked a bit silly. So I decided to do mine in 2 halves. When you make yours, wait till yours is dry before you stick the boss in the middle. And if your card isn't quite big enough, you can always do it in 2 halves like I did. And there we have a shield. Just one last thing to put on it. I've made a little boar and I'm going to stick that in it as well. There we are. So you might like to put a boar or whatever you think you'd like for your symbol in every corner. We need to make our handle for the back, and I've got here a long piece of card and simply going to stick that on the back of my shield. You need some nice strong tape. So stick one end down, and then for the second piece, have your tape ready, and then just bend your handle slightly before you stick down the other side. So while the shield is drying, we're now going to make our axe. Now, we need two things for our axe. We need a piece of card and we need a tube. This is for the handle and this is for the head. This is the shape that we need to cut out for the axe head. It does look a bit funny, but you can see when you fold it in half, it looks much more like an axe, and it's going to stick onto the tube like that. We will make a template of this shape available for you to use at home. Now, before we do the head, I think it's a good idea to decorate your handle first. You might like to paint it in one of the colours that we used for the shield, or you may prefer to do your own drawings on it to make it look interesting. A good idea would be to do lots of runes. Now, this is what it's going to look like. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue here and here. And that's going to just hold it onto the tube that we're using for our handle while we stick the sellotape on. So I'm going to put it about where I want it, at the top of the tube. I'm going to fold this one over, and then I've got a piece of sticky tape ready over here to join the two parts of the axe handle together. There we are. Now, you may find this doesn't hold ever so well, so you might just want a little bit of extra tape. Just stick that, a small little piece, just to secure it properly, because when you're in battle at Ragnarök, you don't want your axe head falling off, do you? And you're ready to go to battle with your shield and your axe.
Wow! These are fantastic. I think these are just what the boys need. These are just what the dead need. I think these are great. That's got a really nice weight to it.
That's right.
I would happily take this into battle.
Fantastic.
Good.
Good.
Perfect.
Well, the children at home have made some, so we should have plenty of recruits for Ragnarök.
Brilliant. I think we're going to win this one.
Fantastic.
I'll just help you clean up some of these helmets. We'll get things nice and shiny.